Alright everybody, started a new account pretty much by accident. Changed my phone, and obviously as I was trying to connect mine, a new account was created. See, this is world 590. It's a pretty new server. I don't think there's anybody over a 15 yet. Maybe there is, not sure. Haven't really looked. Let's see the leaderboard for individual. Most power 1 million. So yeah, relatively new, right? Just want to go over some things. I joined this guild, right? TZM. Just want to share some information with those guys, since they're just starting off. Some of them from old servers gave up and started new ones, or some of them just like me accidentally created a new account. Couple of things. Go ahead and start using your space station. This will actually help out quite a bit. What I focus on right now is basically construction research and research speed, just because that's what I need right now at this moment. We're trying to build our Ark, trying to level up, and we're trying to increase our research, right? A couple of things that I've noticed is people building meat walls. There's nothing really to protect yet, unless you're, protecting predators or masters, right? So don't worry about a meat wall. Focus your RSS and your time on your research, right? Get the research completed, get it built up. Hopefully by now you've learned that you want to pick at least one, maybe two, to be your main troop. With this one here, I'm just playing around with it since, just to kill time. I figured I'd do infantry first, have air as my second. I like air. Air's pretty impressive, especially their awakening skill. Walker, haven't had any luck with Walker. That was my main when I first started, and was getting my butt kicked a lot of times. So changed over to infantry and have been doing very well since. I also, on my main, on Devil Ship, I worked on, I've also maxed out my air, and like I said, it's very impressive. I've taken out, with Seagulls, with T1, I've taken out T7 Conqueror, so yeah, pretty cool, especially if you have the right gear. If you haven't learned by now, just so you know, your strength is not really based on your power. Power can be misleading. Somebody can have a lot of building power, a lot of soldier power, but no commander power or technology power, right? Those guys are, in the end, easy pickings. So make sure that when you're building your strength, you're focusing on three key things, right? You want to focus on your leadership, right? You want to get that leadership high. Your individual skills, however they affect whatever comm you picked, go ahead. I'm kind of limited right now. I have 2 A's at the moment, so I just got him. These two, I will never get to S on this Ark, because yeah, buy Iron Heart booster to acquire, not gonna happen. Okay. If you watch Melt, you'll know that Bullet is a great asset to any arsenal. His ghost cannon will cause damage to higher tier troops with lower tier troops, especially if they're using tier suppression. So that's a must-have. You might want to work on him quite a bit. I've heard that Exorcist is pretty impressive. She might be something to look at. Of the free comms, the ones I like, and I used to like Kid a lot when I was a Walker main, just because of his overdrive skill mixed with Gemini, a couple of hits off. If you have awakening skill, also it's a great skill to have, right? Let's see. I think he used to be pretty good, but he got nerfed. Doesn't cause as much damage as he used to. So it's hard to pick a main comm at this moment, right? I don't really have a whole lot to do, but I have a lot to work with. So right now, for the purposes of this little Ark, I'm taking Flare off here. Go ahead and build up Black, and I'm gonna have these three: Kraken, Black, and Bullet. That's what I'm gonna be working on, right? Until I could get some release 10s, and maybe hopefully Got a phone call in the middle of the last call, so I'll add this back in here. We were talking about release 10s. We were talking about getting some more comms and getting these comms up to S status. It's a long way to go. It really is. The best thing to do is save your gold and your magazines and try to get those free S comms from the free S comms events. But if your pocket is heavy and you can spend the money, by all means, go ahead and do that. One thing that I was trying to get to is the gear, right? So when you're looking at your comms gear, and obviously I'm limited right now, just starting out, you want to make sure that you have the best gear for that comm, right? And the gear that you want to use has to deal with that troop, right? So right now it was Kraken, since he's multi, that's what I had on him. But now that I'm going to use black, I'm going to go ahead and transfer those heavy pistols over to him, take him off of Kraken, put it on black, as he's the air guy, right? Kraken is really a walker, but since he's all soldiers at first, I'll mainly use a mixture of infantry and air gear and troops with him, basically, right? Let's build him up a little bit. As we progress and get better gear, obviously we'll change those out. Right now, Forge, I'm kind of limited, but I'll get there, right? Steady and slow is the way to go sometimes, right? Once we can get some of these, we'll start getting some of these gears on there. Right now, server's so new that I visited. I went here, and there really wasn't anything available. So it's not like people were crafting and trying to sell. So I think a lot of people in this server are still learning, right? How to use this stuff. I haven't seen any legendary gear at all. And for jewelry, I think it was blank last time. Yep, still. So steady and slow, right? Where's your guild? Make sure you start working with each other. If somebody's already hired and somebody can still already start forging, have them forge that legendary gear for you. Make sure that they are sharing that information or sharing that gear. The stronger the guild is, the stronger you all are able to, I guess, work together. One of the things I'm talking to these guys about is these capitals, right? Look at this, capital. Owner, none. 6 hours left. Hey, let's jump on those, right? Let's start getting some of the tax revenue. Alright guys, as I said before, if you have any questions, please go ahead and comment below. Subscribe. We're a small community, but we're steadily growing. A couple of us have already started sharing some information, so please join us and have fun. Alright? Alright.